Hello and welcome to Couple Tales.life, the colorful shades of grey. Thank you so much for the overwhelming response to season one. We did 30 episodes, Geetu, correct?
Yes,
And it's all thanks to the kind of response that we've got. I don't think we anticipated. We were just saying, "Okay, even if we impact one or two lives, we'd be happy." But the viewership numbers have been amazing. It's really, really amazing. So thank you so much, everybody. Now, what's different in season two is something that while we brainstorm and we figure that what we're really going through at this point of time at the global pandemic is, I think, a lot of emotions that are coming to the forefront, and also situations which are unique because we're not used to them, like work from home or whatever. So why not look at this and explore what we are experiencing? Because the first relationship that we have is with our own self before we have any other relationship with anybody else externally. So that being said, before I reveal the topic, Geetu, is there anything that you'd like to say?
yes. I just want to say thank you. We are respecting the lockdown. We are at our own homes, and I am actually the pandemic is so much about lockdown, being cooped up. That's why I actually wanted to do these episodes from my balcony, which is one of my favorite place in the whole world. So please, I'm sorry if there's a little ambient noise, but I was pretty uncompromising with this because I'm feeling good that I'm speaking to you all with the openness and and I'm just hoping that it reaches out to you too. So just that.
Thank you. And that being said, now, one of the biggest things that we are experiencing at this point of time, or the emotion, is, and I'm not going to mince words on this one, it is uncertainty, you know, and it has just gripped everybody. Kitu, I want you to explore, and then I want to say what I have really felt about this whole thing.
Yes. Uh, so I actually want to tell you that yes, it has gripped everyone, and it is an extremely uncomfortable, scary, fearful place to be because it's very, very difficult to keep telling yourself, look at that light at the end of the tunnel. And you don't have to just do it once or twice. You're constantly doing it every 24 hours for everything. So I want to acknowledge that. I know it's very, very difficult. It is very uncertain for children. They don't know their exams. The children who are traveling abroad don't know if they will get their vaccines. People who don't have internet connection don't know how to, register for it. We don't know if we are going to get enough vaccines every month. And yes, everything is uncertain, and we are just trying and trying and trying to hold on to that normalcy, which is going to make us feel a little bit centered. So it is very, very uncertain. But again, like I always say that, as difficult as the environment is, I don't think there is too much to do here besides the fact that you have to just accept it. Don't fight it. Just accept it. That first step of just accepting is going to make a lot of difference, Vivek.
Oh,
Because it's like, you know what? It's like, see, I'll tell you, it's like when a person who doesn't know how to swim, okay, just falls in the water and you're just struggling, struggling, struggling. I don't know how to swim. I don't know how to swim. I don't know how to swim. And then somewhere you just say, okay, I don't know how to swim, and you let go and you just float, right?
ah.
And that's what I mean, you know.
So does it make us a defeatist?
Not at all, Vivek.
I'm
How
so
can
glad you
no,
said this.
not,
I'm
not,
so
not
glad you
at
said this.
all. You're not a defeatist. Don't even, I mean, how? How? It's such a challenging environment. How can you think you're a defeatist? Please do not even go there or waste your energy trying to be sure we're warrior. Be the warrior in other ways,
Yeah.
but not by saying I will overcome this environment, I will overcome this environment. you know it's difficult. It's not in your hands. It's not a situation which is in your hand to overcome, right?
Yes. Yes. Totally. Yeah. Yeah. So it's acknowledging first that yes, there is an uncertainty, because that's a starting point, right?
So you know what? I have a few points, perspectives about this. So one of the things is, okay, it is uncertain. Okay, when you say it is uncertain, means we do not know what is going to come. So one of the things, very very obvious thing is, please stop constantly thinking about when is the lockdown going to get over.
Oh, okay.
People are 24/7 only waiting for the lockdown to get over and spending a lot of energy in that. And when it isn't, like for instance, they have said the lockdown is till 30th of May. Then they will say, okay, 30th of May. So what do? You start making plans for after 30th of May
Yeah, yeah,
with the
yeah.
plans which are not needed. There are some plans which are needed and there are some which are not needed. I'm talking about the
Absolutely.
not needed plans. Okay. So you'll say, okay, after that, then the government says, you know what, it is extended till the 15th of June. And then you are a mess. Because
Totally.
then that
Yeah.
15 more days overwhelm you and you say, oh, I had hope that it would get over and I thought I'll do this. And don't put yourself in that position.
That
So
situation.
please,
Yeah.
yeah, every day don't wake up and say, the lockdown will get over now. You know what? Just flow with, as difficult as it sounds, please flow with it. Only so that I mean, I'm just giving a perspective. Do what you have to do or not. But I'm saying it'll help if you flow with it and not question this, when is the lockdown going to get over. Okay. The second thing is, you know what? Uh, protect what is important. Protect.
Okay.
So in these uncertain times, protect and be sensible and be reasonable about uh, things which you need to. For example, what I mean is, currently protect your job, for instance. Okay,
Yeah.
because that is actually helping you, keeping you sane, because you're earning, because there is something that you do. So everything that is connected to the job, which is also make you very uncomfortable or not okay, but that needs to be protected, because understand what that job is bringing home. And if you don't have that, then what will happen? So it is worth protecting because it is uncertain. Uncertainty of
Yes.
when will you get another job, will you get what you want, how, because people are facing these problems. Vivek, there are articles
Yes.
where that Cox and Kings shut down and all those educated people. So if you're, by God's grace, if you're not in that situation, protect it so that there is one less uncertainty in your life. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, now when you're doing all this, I'm saying it's very important to sustain what is working. So in a way, it is like,
Oh,
if you protect your job, I'm saying sustain it, right? But on a personal level, how do you work on sustaining? Because it's a difficult one, right? The trick to sustaining is to actually, say, for instance, promise yourself three things. And those three things again should be very, very, very simple. Don't take up
doable.
the three things where I will, if you're very energetic, if you're disciplined, if you're working out, choose that. Okay, but there are a
Yes.
lot of, I'm saying the typical general perspective is that a lot of people who resist exercising will say, okay, you know what, I am going to get up, and you can't sustain it. So first you have to actually understand how do you develop sustenance, right? So like for instance, do simple things like, I will drink 3 liters of water every day.
Yeah.
Simple thing to do, very easy, and just sustain that. Get used to the practice of doing the simplest thing, and then move a little up, and then move a little up, because then your brain has got rewired to saying, okay, I will do this. If you first only choose the biggest thing now,
Don't get over ambitious. Basically,
yes,
don't get, because then you fall flat on your face, you
yes.
know.
So
I
do
mean, when you
simple
don't
things.
do it, yeah, like you don't do it in your normal course when things were, regular. what, and in a time like this when there's as it is so much external pressure and
Exactly.
you can't suddenly become super.
And excuses also, na, I can't do that. And they're rational, they're justified. You
Yeah.
understand? So, and also honestly for me, I really feel the responsibility is not to go on the road and also as much as it is sounding personal, I'm not going to say go for a walk. I won't. I mean, like, so do stuff which you can do at home. And like I gave you an example, you can't get simpler than this. Or you know what? I will have a 10-minute coffee by myself. Very
Yes.
easy, very doable. Sustain this. Learn how to sustain and then go on to bigger projects. So
Yes.
these,
Yes.
basically that's what I mean. Like, like Vivek, I'll tell you. I'll just give our example. Okay, now, for me, like because I am the whole reason of this video was a very personal journey for me, which I'm going to share sometime. But having said that, one of the things, the problems that I had also, and if you see my career or whatever, if I reached a place where, then I would just get bored, right? And I realized that I want to sustain. However bored I am, I want to sustain because I had my own realization for this. Now, I wanted to protect these videos that we do, right? Now, we suddenly realize there's lockdown. People are like they're really choosing who to send in your building, and it's irresponsible to go and take
Yes.
people and stuff. And so you know what, the first thought that would actually occur because of the resistance that you say, oh my God, what do I do? How do I? But because I was so clear, come what may, I'm going to sustain these videos. It was very easy, right? That, okay, what should we do? And one of your friends, Shweta, gave us this idea. And then we said, okay, we spoke to whatever, we took care of the technical part. And then we said,
Yeah.
okay, we are going to. Now, suddenly, when this thing happened, I can't tell you how excited I got because I felt it took care of so many things. Were we like the same look of the video, the whole thing about me sitting in my balcony. It's brought we changed the topics. It's looking different, so it's breathing freshness into our videos. We are feeling like I'm really excited doing it, like the way I'm doing it. So you understand it there. I didn't resist making.
The
I didn't.
change. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't actually sit and curse the environment and said, shit man,
Yes.
what. I didn't go there only. I just said, okay,
Yeah.
that is what I mean by saying accept the environment. I didn't fight the
Yes.
environment. I didn't sit and say, oh God, this, that. And I think there's so much that came out of it because
Yeah.
because I accepted it the first step. I didn't struggle with anything.
Yeah. I think what's also coming across is because uncertainty तो है वो
Of course, absolutely.
fret or fume करने से तो वो चली नहीं जाएगी. It's not going to go anywhere. But when you accept it, then you say, like you always say, so then what's the next step? अभी ये है. So कितना भी हाथ पैर मार ले हम लोग ये है. Now what? So then the next step emerges. And in our case, like you said, it was really out of the blue. Suddenly Shweta said, hey, why don't you do, Zoom or whatever? And it's like, and you rightfully said again that, look at it. There's a freshness to this, the new topics and we were anyway breaking our heads, get
Yes,
30 episodes and what else do you do? So it just fell into
yes.
place. So sometimes the uncertainty opens up another door really for us,
But like I said, even though it does open up, the thing is that, be protective of your job. Like I explained, protect
Yes.
in
Yes.
this and in this uncertain environment, protect that is making you feel a sense of certainty and which is needed, which is contributing to you feeling safe and secure. So it is your duty to protect that job. I know. I mean, everybody's taken a pay cut. They're working out of from home for 12 hours, and this. But it will all settle. It is new. But the fact is, what is more important right now? To have that job which is running your house and taking away a very big chunk of helping you to feel secure. And it,
I know
it needs to
exactly
be
what you mean. Yeah.
respected, exactly, right? And it needs to be respected, Vivek.
Yeah.
So don't just keep blaming, and learn to protect what is making you feel safe, which is making you feel secure. It is important, because that is, if that also goes away, then can you understand what will happen? And really, don't wake up every day and start discussing about when the lockdown is going to get over. I mean, you know what? Because understand, globally, nobody has these answers. How are they? They are not torturing you knowingly. Okay, we don't know if the third wave is going to come in July. We don't know so many things. We are,
Yeah.
the problem is also telling you to take only one step at a time. So how can
Yes.
you expect anybody to give you a plan of next 10 steps? So you can crib about it and you can say we could have handled it better. Yes, all that. But please remember, it's all in hindsight.
Yes.
If people knew, I am sure they would have done it. And that is the faith. I won't call it optimism. That is the faith I live with. So that's why, protect what is making you feel secure. Hence, protect your family. Protect that time with yourself, because that is what is keeping you sane in these uncertain times, right? And don't have these goals about, I will only, oh my God, I will feel better if I go out when this unlocks. Then you're not only are you,
Conditional. Yeah.
no, you're not only are you you're in the hole, but you're digging that hole also on yourself, by yourself,
Deeper. Yeah.
right? So
Correct.
you're
Correct.
you're
Yeah.
actually digging the hole and then falling into it. It's not like somebody's dug it for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I really want to, this is really a perspective that I want to bring to uncertainty.
Sure. And it's nice. And I just like to say one thing in the end, which is see, and uncertainty can be in every sphere of our life, and pandemic or not, there will be some or the other uncertainty which will always be there. But yeah, like you said, if you learn to respect and protect what you have or you can be certain about, that itself, puts you, I think somewhere, if I were to talk about myself, puts you at ease to then say, okay, now ye hai, now let's find next step. So which is interesting, because it will just start opening your minds to start thinking, in more creative manners or more solution
Like,
oriented.
you know what, when you said that uncertainty hamesha hogi, then again, I want to tell you that yes, and that is, see, for me, that is amazing, because those uncertainty you deal with, there is a norm, there was a normalcy, right? Now the
Yeah.
uncertainty over here is again forced upon you, right? So you have forced
Yes.
to confront. So take this opportunity to confront it, because there you will be able to get through this.
Thank you so much, Gitu. I think this is something which it's like it's like facing it. It's right there. Let's just face it.
So
So
for me, that is what this environment is doing. And we have
yeah,
actually a topic which talks about that.
yeah, yeah. So thank you so much, and guys, thank you guys so much for inspiring us to think of so many different aspects and this thing. And in one of the episodes, Gitu did mention that we may come back on some of these topics again to look at maybe exploring another perspective. We don't know at this point of time. So do keep writing, do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Do drop us an email at coupletales.life at gmail.com. And we love to hear from you. This is Vivek Kapoor signing off.
And this is Geetu Kulkarni saying goodbye, and take care of yourself.